Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Waking Up America with the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm Charlie, your host, the Country Conservative. Well, it is Wednesday, July 31st, 2024, and I'm back from my short little vacation I had. And guess what? I'm going out again, going under the knife tomorrow. Little surgery on my back. I'm going to be out for another at least 4 days, maybe 5. Depending on how I feel in the mornings when I get up. If I'm going to get up and do this show in the morning, hopefully Monday. If not, it'll be Tuesday. And we'll see how things go after tomorrow's surgery. But good morning, and I'm glad you guys tuned in to Waking Up America. And we're going to get into a little bit of what I'll be going over tonight. There's a few days that I took off. A lot of stuff's happened, and a lot of not good stuff happens too. And I hate to be one of those morning news shows that give you bad news, but with the administration that we have right now, it's nothing but bad news. They can never do anything for the American people except lie. And that's one thing they do best, is they lie. They're in chaos, and the best hope they have is Kamala Harris. Wow, that speaks for desperation. Now, she has been nothing. She's never been voted for by anyone. She's never got one single vote. But they are expecting to try to reinvent this woman from the cackling idiot that she is. A bowling ball is smarter than she is. And once in a while, a bowling ball gets a strike. This one's a gutter every time. Yesterday's show was because Kamala Harris is a train wreck, and that is exactly what she is. And we have to stop it before it happens, because she is a disaster waiting to happen, no matter what. She is just another Obama Biden 2.0. She's a puppet, and doesn't have a clue of what's going on. We all know how she's gotten to where she's at today. And I try to make this as family friendly as possible in the mornings, just in case you're listening and your kids are around and they're awake and eating breakfast or whatever. So we won't go into that, but we will tonight. So make sure you join me tonight on the Conservative Viewpoint, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to get deeper and darker into everything that's going on, because there's a lot, and want to keep it as well. We got to get the truth out. November election is coming right around the corner. We got like 3 months left, because November 5th. So we have August is just here, September, October, and November is nothing. So 3 months. That's nothing. And I hate to see that, because I hate wintertime. I love the fall and everything pumpkin. Love it. Love it. So it's just, we got to get so much out there. That's why I ask you guys to share my videos, even these live streams, to get the people to wake up, because things are bad for this country right now, and we have got to pick them up. We've got to get this country back on track. And they're trying to remove our freedoms. With tonight's show is the government and big tech are at it again, which they're censoring. And Trump's hitting back on them already. And I don't think it's ever stopped, but it's getting worse now. Things that we see with our very own, how does KJP put it? The twit press secretary, with your lying eyes. Don't believe your lying eyes. We all saw Trump's shooting happen, right? So now they're trying to censor all pictures and saying the pictures are made up. Oh, yeah. The pictures are, how they say it. Let me see. Because this first article says Meta censors Trump assassination attempt photos. And these so-called, what the hell do they call them? Those people who censor you. But anyways, those idiot kids sitting behind a computer, sitting there thinking they know better than we do, are censoring actual photos of the assassination, saying they are made up. They've been, the fact checkers. Doggone it. Too early in the morning for me. The fact checkers found similar photos to be altered. Now, these are photos that we saw with our very own lying eyes, and they're saying that they're been altered. So now that's how they're going to get around censoring you. But what can you do? They're sitting behind a computer with the punks they are, and they just hit a button and censor your stuff. So now they've started this stuff. So now they're going to censor they have been censoring the truth. They don't want the truth out there because it makes the Biden administration look bad. And Kamala Harris is part of that. This is a part of them trying to reinvent her, which is not going to work. They've already saw the dumbass box of rocks and we switched to bowling balls because a bowling ball, like I said, can get at least a strike once, but most of the time it's in the gutter. That's where Kamala Harris is. She's in the gutter. She doesn't get these strikes. But that's the first article. They're censoring stuff that we've already seen live on air that we know is a fact. And it's true. Now they're saying it's altered. Well, something's got to be done about this. So, they're colluding already. And this is, like I said, 3 months away. They've been doing this for years. So, Trump blasts Google, Facebook for rigging election with shooting cover-up. It's exactly what they're doing. And because they know Trump is the man, he's so popular, it's unreal. And every time these shooting things, it makes him even more popular. And I don't think you can do it anymore. Trump, or that everyone has decided, and the government is behind all this. And they're trying to cover it up. And I have a couple more articles. We'll get into that kind of stuff here in a little bit. But Trump, he says, I'll probably debate Kamala, but can almost make a case for not. Well, you can make a case for not doing her because she's a twit. But he should go in and tear her up because she cannot think off of her feet. She's just like Biden, but she's almost 60, which I am too. But she can't think off the top of her feet. She has to have somebody telling her what to do. And when she gets nervous, she'll start cackling like a hen. And she does that constantly. It's annoying as hell. And she's just a twit, period. So I'm hoping he does go ahead and debate her and just rip her a new one and show people that she wasn't voted for by people, and this is why. I mean, you can see it anyway. She's caused the most. She is the border czar. And remember this, people. Every time you see something on social media with her in it, big letters, big letters, big as you can find them. Border czar. So they understand that she is the reason of the disaster going on right now with the almost 15 million, maybe even more right now. They stopped counting of illegal criminals that are causing murder, assaults, rapes, everything in our country because of her. This bloodbath border crisis was on her and Joe Biden, of course, ultimately, but his puppet masters mostly. But she was appointed border czar in March of 2021 when he told her she's going to take care of the southern border. That is making her the border czar. So for all you idiot liberals out there, this is a fact. She was the borders and is still today the border czar. And she's done nothing. She said she went to the border. She went to a place where there was nobody crossing, no illegals at all. It was like a piece of heaven compared to what these guys are going through, the actual border where people are crossing. She's a lying piece of work, and the whole administration is. They always have been. And if you want to confront me on it, please do. I dare you. Because I will throw it in your face and I can prove everything. So try me out. I dare you. All right. We get into more of that, and I get more and more worked up tonight. So you want to join me tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I say that because we have people from all over the place, all different time zones tuning in. So I want to make sure they know, it's Eastern Standard Time here in Pennsylvania. So I have Great Britain, Alaska, all over the place. It's great. These guys are awesome, especially in Wimpkin. And you got WIMKIN. If you've never heard of it before, it's great. It's a conservative alternate to like Facebook and stuff that you don't get censored, except if like always, if you threaten people when you should not be threatening people. Period. Online, you know. But um, sometimes it's tough for me to hold my tongue, and I've been suspended so many times that it's unreal because people want to run their mouths, and I have a habit of trying to defend myself, and I do call them names and stuff because they started first, and it sounds like a little kid. Yeah, they started first, and I don't care. You want to run your mouth to me, I'm going to defend myself one way or the other because everybody's a computer badass nowadays, and won't say the stuff to your face, but they'll say it behind the computer. They're just big mouth punks that want to run their mouth. And I don't care how old you are, you're a punk. You want to run your mouth when you don't know what you're talking about, you're a punk. So, but if you have anything to say, that's why I leave my email down there. You can email me there. You could come on to my show if you want. Tonight, 9, any night. You let me know. You email me, I'll send you a link. You can come on my show. You can run your mouth, and I'm going to put you down. I promise you that. All right, let's see what we're going to get into next. We're going to get into electoral college model forecast Donald Trump heavily favored to defeat Kamala Harris. These Democrats, I don't know what they're up to, but why would you put somebody as dumb as a bowling ball in here that in favorability cannot beat Trump? Just to listen to her, she can't beat Trump. Why would you do something like that? Why would you put her up there when there's better people out there that could and are smarter than this thing to beat Trump or possibly beat Trump? Why would you do that? So something's up with that. So if you guys have any clue, email me with it. I'll put it on the air if you guys email me your comments on this of why you think that they're putting her in here to go up against him, because she couldn't debate a baby. And that's probably a poor analogy, but she couldn't debate a bowling ball. She couldn't debate a box of rocks. The box of rocks is smarter. That's why we stopped using it. But okay, but they're saying he's heavily favored to beat her. So now he's getting a endorsement that's pretty bad for Kamala Harris. So you got to join in tonight to see who that is. I'm not going to let you know. I can't give away everything. Now you got this idiot director, he's acting director of the Secret Service, running his mouth to Senator Hawley and the rest of those senators. Just went off and lost his temper, which I do that, but I'm not controlling the Secret Service and have to be able to think rationally when it comes to protecting people. Well, obviously they were not thinking, because it's a big total failure disaster on their part. And he even admitted to it. But then he wants to run his mouth because he can't answer any questions. He won't answer any questions. And it's something that should not be hidden from anyone. And why people were not manned on their posts, because there was somebody was supposed to be up on that roof, but because it was hot, that's what they're saying, that's why they weren't up there. So they were inside in the air conditioning, but you had the other guys up on the roof on the other building. It's okay for them, but it's not okay for somebody else because they are pansies and couldn't handle the air. Nobody on the water tower because it was too hot. Oh my God. So it's okay if Trump gets shot, but as long as you're cool and in air conditioning, that's just fine. So this pansy went off and he needs fired immediately. He needs to go. He doesn't have the temperament to run an organization such as this, and he needs to go. But He's playing victim as Hawley grills him over the attempted assassination, and he fears, listen to this, fears Secret Service unfairly persecuted. Okay, now it's okay for them to persecute Donald Trump on fake, false information, but persecuted for not doing their jobs, not being where they're supposed to, everything one big failure after another. I've asked for communications on this under the Freedom of Information Act, and from a Republican congressman or senator, I can't remember what he is. I think he's a senator. And of course, from a Republican, I get the runaround. I ask him for the communication under FOIA Act. What's he do? He sends me a letter back, say, and I have to find that. So, give me a runaround. Doesn't answer my question. And I reply back, do you know want to answer my question now? I want the communications between the Secret Service and everything else that was going on that day. But of course, I'm getting a runaround from a typical politician. And I want to get his name later tonight. So join in tonight to find out who that was, because he needs out. And if I was more of a political type person, as far as politician, I'd run for his seat to get him the hell out of there, because he's worthless. He's a pansy, just trying to stay in there and get his lobbying money and all that crap. So he doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't have to answer real questions. So, and I think it's Roethlisberger or something. Yeah, worthless. All right, let's keep going here real quick here. Oh, my neck hurts again. If Kamala Harris wants to debate Trump, she says it in Georgia, I guess, says, say it to my face. Trump's not afraid to say anything to her face, and he's going to eat her alive if he debates her. Totally eat her alive. So I hope he does it, and it's going to be awesome to see. We will have it live if the debate does go. But we're talking 3 months. That's not a lot of time to get into stuff in. And they're you're trying to polish a turd with Kamala Harris. And how are you going to reinvent a turd? You're going to wipe it. No, you can't fix this. I'm sorry, you just can't do it. She is what she is, and that's Biden, Obama 2.0. So, Biden. All right. Oh, now listen to this lie from Kamala Harris. Says, Harris will not ban fracking if she wins White House. That's a lie, because she's been for banning fracking since day one. And if you believe it, you're an idiot. And this is another reason you have to stop this. We have to stop this. Oh, I hope you guys got your coffee this morning. And America, hey, what's going on, man? Doesn't matter who they make president. They will steal the election too. All they need is a puppet that follows orders. You're right, man. You are definitely right. And they've got one. They've got, like I said, Biden 2.0, and she's being led around just like Biden. So they've got their puppet that's easy to control, because we all know how she got up to where she's at today. So, and that's not going to change. It's how she's been working since day one when she was in California's government. And look at California. Woo-hoo-hoo. Wow. All right, let's move on here. We got a couple more here. Okay, possible social media post. Listen to this now. Of Trump shooter has anti-Semitic, anti-immigrant themes, the FBI says. Okay, now, how are we going to... They don't prove anything that they're saying. They're just saying it. So how are we supposed to know it's the truth? I don't trust these people. I don't trust the FBI. I don't trust the government, period, to say or do anything, because they are so corrupt. It's unbelievable. And it's not just the Democrats. It's all the time. They're all for themselves. They're all about money. They're all about power. That's all it's about. If you think any different, you're dumb as they are. You're just demented as Joe Biden is. And that's just what's got to stop, because we can't trust them. So they're going to try to make excuses up for this guy. And I think he was a pawn. But there is, the videos are out there of him coming straight out and saying he hates Trump, he hates Republicans, and he's a nutcase. This guy was typically a little screw loose. So But the videos are out there and they're facts. And I sent one to one guy on Facebook that likes to run his mouth. And he said, "Oh, it was from somebody posted it on TikTok. That wasn't the original video." And this guy's an idiot. And I haven't blocked him yet, but he's coming this close because I'm tired of hearing him run his mouth, and he has no facts to back it up. And he just thinks he can run his mouth just like a good liberal does. And that's what he is. No, he's an idiot. All right, now we got, oh, here's another one. CIA denies using MK Ultra on Trump shooter, raising MAGA eyebrows. Now, this is the first I heard of this, but remember that I don't go over these articles until this morning when I start to set up the show for tonight. So I don't know anything about this. Like I said, I just got back from vacation, and so I didn't go through any of these until this morning. But the CIA, of course, just like the FBI, are trained to lie. That's what they do. And what are they going to say? Have you ever heard a government official say, "Yeah, we did that"? Ever? No, hell no. You're never going to hear the government come out and admit to doing something. Now, the definition for I will bring that up on MK Ultra later tonight, but they're not going to do it. They're a spy agency that's supposed to be working outside the United States. They're not supposed to be working because they're really not a law enforcement agency of the United States. They're supposed to be working outside the United States. So if this has happened, they're not going to admit it. The government's not going to admit it. That's just like JFK assassination. They're not going to admit that. So if you people are waiting for an answer, you're not going to get one. Not at all. We got a little gnat flying around here. I hate those things. What else? A couple more here. We got, Kamala Harris warned by Piers Morgan that her honeymoon will be over in the next week, because this is where they're primping her and trying to reinvent her into something that resembles a human being. Well, that's not going to happen. You can't, like I said, polish a turd, and that's what they're trying to do. You can't improve idiocy. And if you look at the movie Idiocracy, have you ever seen that? It's a really dumb comedy from back in the 80s, I believe it was, maybe early 90s, I can't remember. But if you look it up and watch it, this is what is going on right now with this Biden administration and Kamala Harris. And just watch it and you'll picture everything it's going. You'll picture Kamala Harris, and I know which one you picked, but I can't remember her name because it's been a while since I watched it. But it's a stupid comedy that, check it out. You'll die when you hear. You'll see everybody in our government right now in that movie, and it's hilarious. So, yeah, take a look at that. But this is what he's talking about, and this is going to fade here real quick, because you can't polish a turd, and that's what they're trying to do. And with this fake news media trying to reinvent this woman, not going to happen. But now the worst of the worst, and I think it's bad because we have a Speaker of the House that I was hoped and prayed that he would do well. You know, he said a lot of stuff. Obama's third term, yeah, America, yeah, third, fourth, he's trying to get it all, and it's never going to change. So we've got to stop it, and that's what November's coming around for. But anyways, Speaker Mike Johnson. I just heard a noise. Oh, okay. I hadn't heard a noise in my ears. Like, where did that come from? Mike Johnson sparks uproar after revealing the 7 Republicans who will serve as a task force investigating Trump's assassination attempt. Well, this sounds like another January 6th committee where they hid evidence, altered evidence, destroyed evidence, and nothing happened to them. They still can't find all the evidence. They destroyed interview testimonies, which is illegal to alter or destroy anything. But they said, "Oh, we didn't know we had to keep it." Oh, you fools! You're full of it. They wouldn't give the password up for them to get into all the transcripts and everything that they did have, They wouldn't give the passwords up so they can get into it. They falsified evidence by adding sound to the Capitol videos. There was no sound. Those videos don't capture sound. So they added their own sound for movie purposes to make it sound better than what it is. They just showed clips of the violence that they paid actors to do instead of showing all the peaceful protest that was going on by the Trump supporters. So they show you the worst of the tapes and not get you the actual footage of what was really going on. And so that every one of them should be in jail right now. They should be sitting in Gitmo like the other January 6th defendants are, and sitting there defending or trying to defend themselves, or dying in prison like most of them did without their court hearings and everything. So now, who does he announce? We got two maybe that are okay. One of them is Clay Higgins from Louisiana, which I like him. He's okay. And Mark Green. Those are the two that are okay, but the rest of them, rhinos or establishment. Mike Kelly, Dave Joyce, which is a huge, big rhino. And the rest of these establishment gopers, Laurel Lee, Michael Waltz, Pat Fallon, they're a joke. So is the Speaker of the House, and he needs to go after this election is done. They got to get rid of him. They got to get somebody in there with a set of, to actually defend what the Republicans need to do to get this country back. And we're not trying to change anything. We're trying to keep reality. We're trying to keep law and order in here. And everybody wants to say they want to change everything. They want to get rid of Social Security. They want to do that. It's not a fact. This country was based off a set of principles, and the Democrats are changing all that. And that is what we're trying to stop. They have brought pedophilia out to be a normal, and it's disgusting, and it's got to stop. Every time they want to sit there and say Republicans want to ban books. Well, tell them what books that the Republicans want to ban, you idiots. Pedophilia books. You want to talk to little kids about sex and sexual orientation. That is disgusting pig. We have people in jail right now that are on a list because of showing kids pictures. And I know I used to have a neighbor. He died since then, but he went to prison, or I think he got some kind of service, community service or something, but for showing a little kid pornographic pictures. But nowadays, the Democrats are trying to okay with this. It's okay to walk down the street naked in front of little kids. That's okay. But we've put people in prison for this stuff. That's disgusting. And if you sit there and you agree with this and you're okay with this stuff, you belong in prison too. Period. You don't like it? I don't really care. But that's disgusting, and it needs to stop. This is the kind of stuff that the Republicans want to do. We want to keep the bedrock of our country intact, and they are destroying it from the inside out. We've got terrorist sympathizers in our government, and nothing's being done about it. They threaten the government. We got the one in there that married her brother to get him citizenship into our country and get him over here. You know who I'm talking about. We've got people that are pro-terrorist, and they're siding with Hamas that's committing genocide against the Palestinian people. The Palestinian people are brainwashed and have been for years because they've been under control of these terrorists. So, I mean, people don't understand what's going on in this country, and this has got to stop. This is why November is so important. And remember, we got this 10 rule. That's Dan Bongino said. This is the sign right here. You got to talk to 10 people. Get 10 people out to vote. Text 10 people. Whatever it is. Register 10 people. You got to get them out. You got to help them. Alfred, how are you doing this morning? The devil is the enemy. Yes. Obama is Bush's cousin. Oh, most definitely. It is horrible. And what is going on is beyond anything that I've ever seen in my 56 years of being born. And this is stuff that has to stop. And these are some of the guys that usually join me at night on Wimpkin. And if you don't want censored and you like to speak your mind, go onto these sites. Remember, you cannot threaten people no matter where you're at. We don't have that on Wimpkin, and it's a great place to talk, chat. You can join me in chat. Like I said, if anyone would like to come onto my show and get your voices out there, I'll let you sit there and talk. Join in the conversation. I go over like I do now through his white mother. Yeah, we don't even know where Obama's from yet. The truth. So that's for another story. But there is just things that we get into. We talk. We let everybody. I try to get everybody's comments that I can, but sometimes it goes so fast I can't get to everybody. But I get as many people as I can on. So we get people's voices heard. That's what it's about. We're about to get people's voices heard to show the government that we're fed up with all this corruption. And it's not only the Democrats that are corrupt, Republicans also. So don't get me wrong. Even if Trump gets in, if he screws up, we're going to let you know it. If we don't like something that he's doing, we're going to let you know it. They don't talk about her. All his records are sealed. Yeah. And isn't that funny, Alfred, how that happened? Because you can't get any of Obama's stuff. And it's been going down that way from years from when he first got in. And believe it or not, I was a Democrat when he first got into office. And I was a Democrat for Trump's first year in office. And I voted for Trump as a Democrat. I voted for Trump. And then I switched over to Republican. So it opened my eyes. Obama's second term opened my eyes to see that. He sealed his selective service too. Oh yeah, they sealed everything. You can't get into nothing. They've said this is just another part of censoring. That's what they're good for. They censor the stuff that they know is going to hurt them and show the corruption that they are. So, but this is stuff that we're going to get into tonight, guys. And if you can, please join me tonight on the Conservative Viewpoint, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll get into this more. And as soon as I get off of here with you guys, I'm going to start downloading some videos. I have plenty of videos. Last night I had like 10 videos, and I try to rush through them at the end because I give it an hour that we have because other people got to work and stuff, and they're on there a lot, watching other people's stuff. And I love it when they come on to my show every night and pretty much dedicated to coming on. And I love it. They help me make the show better. And that's how I say, if Obama did not sign up for selective service, he cannot run for office. Exactly. And that's why. Thanks for coming, Alfred. I appreciate it. See you later. Have a good day at work. But yeah, they selective service from him, because if he did not sign up for selective service, which we all had to, I think 16 or something, I can't remember. It's been so long ago, 40 years ago. You could not run for office. So this is the kind of stuff that we get into on my weeknight podcast with some great guys in chat. We had a lot in Facebook yesterday, and I'm trying to get some more out of Rumble and X, because I've got 8,000 followers on X, and I can't even get hardly anybody to come on and listen to the show. I don't know why. They're all conservatives, pretty much all conservatives. Even if you liberals want to come on, please do. Give me your response. But fair word, I am going to prove you wrong when you say something that I can prove right there on the show. And if I don't have the answer, I will get the answer. And this is the stuff we're going to go over. We get deeper into it. We got videos and so much more. People give their opinions. I want you to give your opinion. So please join me tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll get into it deep and dirty down. And no matter what it takes, we're going to say it. And we're going to let you know the truth. Because here at the Conservative Viewpoint, the truth always matters. And your opinions matter to me. So get on here. Let your opinions be heard. We'll let you be heard by everyone. So, all right, guys, get to work. I hope you enjoy your day. Have a safe day. And join me tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you later tonight. Have a good day, guys.